So I was playing Call of Duty, which is always a horrible idea, especially when there's a contract for RCXD kills. And I rage quit out of that and looked for a different game to play. So I decided to go through all of my old games, and came across 24 the game, which I remember buying on its launch day back in 2006. So dig out my PlayStation, which is underneath the couch for a reason I don't really know, and I had to find the power cord, which would happen to be in this giant mess of cables. So I finally turned on my PS2 for the first time in like 5 years, and you get that wonderful sound. That's probably the sound of it yelling at me for turning it on. It probably just wants to die. Anyways, let's play 24 the game.
The following takes place between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m.
When you start playing the game, you are instantly familiar with everything that is signature about 24. The opening, the characters, the camera angles, everything. Even Jack Bauer's signature.
Damn it.
So when I started playing this game again, I forgot that it was a third-person shooter. And this is definitely a nice change of pace from all the first-person shooters that our current generation's just been thrust upon with. While you're playing, you might as well get into character. Jack Bauer would obviously not take any prisoners. Once you start playing the game, the hardest thing to get used to is the aiming. For some reason, it just seems and feels so difficult to control. For 24 fanatics like myself, the game does a great job covering the gap between Seasons 2 and 3, such as introducing the characters Chloe and Chase. And with any other great game that's just fun to play, the game just has those random moments that just make you laugh your ass off. The other great thing about this game is that it's not always, running and shooting people. You got driving missions, chase missions, being chased missions, foot chase missions, computer hacking missions, interrogations. This game truly encapsulates everything that is great about the show 24.
This is your last chance. I want the code. Give it to me now!
The gameplay is so diverse as you play as different characters throughout the game. You go from a computer geek who is using a satellite to spot targets, for Jack Bauer who is sniping these targets from a building across the street. You can then switch to Tony Almeida, who is on the opposite side of the city, following a different lead. Within an hour of gameplay, you cover pretty much almost every aspect of the game. You go from intense spy missions to full-out gun battles. You also don't play just as the good guys. As with any game, it's not always perfect, and sometimes can just be very annoying and tedious. For example, the audio in this one mission is probably the most annoying I've ever experienced in any game.
Shooting at me! Please, stop them! Please, stop them!
The game also has many redundant and very tedious computer missions that just involve hacking computers over and over and over again, which are fun the first time, but after playing the game for 18 hours straight, they get very annoying very fast. With that said, this game does have many epic moments and a perfectly scripted plot that'll keep you playing for hours and hours on end. To anyone out there that's having a boring summer and doesn't know what kind of game to play, I strongly suggest looking for this game, or at least buying it online. By this point, it should be very cheap, and for the price, it's definitely worth it.